Hey y'all, it's Julie. Thanks for joining me today. I'm here using the April Faith Art Box from Creative Retreat Kits, and I'm focusing on the book of Luke, chapter 22, and verses 14 through 23, where Jesus is sharing the Last Supper with his disciples. And this is also where he tells us to also share the Lord's Supper with our fellow believers in remembrance of him and what he did for us on the cross. And I'll talk about that a little bit more. So I'm starting off by masking the verses in my Bible using the washi tape. And this is the washi tape that came in the kit. And right here is a mistake because I do not first take the tape and put it on my hand or my jeans or my pants or anything. I needed to just get some of that adhesive off of it, but I did not. So we're going to have to deal with that a little bit later. So that's a tip. Make sure that you always just kind of rub it onto your skin, your hand, or your clothes. But I put it there for masking purposes, and I'm using Right Persimmon Distress Oxide ink just to get a base down. I'm using the blending tool, but I'm not worried about blending it. I just wanted to get some color down because I'm going to use some watercolors and water and make sure that I get a good variety of colors here. Now I'm using some stamps. This is the little bread and wine stamp from the stamp set that came in the kit, and also using the Right Persimmon color. So I have the tone on tone going here and just randomly stamp those. Then I squirted that with water. That makes this ink oxidize so that it's going to be kind of speckly. What it does is it kind of lifts the color where the water was. Now I'm coming in with some actual watercolor paint. Now this set is called Girl Boss. It's from Dots and Dust, which is an Etsy shop, a dear friend from social media, from Instagram, and she has some really good watercolor paints. So I'll have those linked as well as all of the products that I use in the description box. So that color is called Hashtag Love, and now I'm coming in after I dried it a bit. Now I'm coming in with this color called Mint for this. So this is just a color combination that kind of matches the kit. And my thought here, because I'm working in the large illustrating Bible, which is very large, has 4-inch margins and just a big page. And these Creative Retreat kits are smaller scale. So in order to fill some of my page up and just to make it match and fit the page, to have the scale fit, I'm giving it a larger background. Okay, so I dried some of that so that I can layer and build the colors. Now I'm coming in with another set because I wanted this purple, and this purple is called Juice Box. It's really cute. This set is called Elementary, My Dear, and it has more primary bright colors. And so I'm using that purple color, and that's going to be pretty much it. I just splot the color, just kind of blot it down, and then I splattered it. Now here's where I'm struggling with getting the washi tape off. So if you have that issue where it doesn't want to come off, peel it slowly back and peel it straight back, like almost a 180-degree angle. You could see there when I flipped the page, I did not prep my page, so I do get some bleed through, especially from these oxidization of the distress inks. I'm ironing my page because it did warp. So this is just a little travel iron on a very low setting, no water involved, and make sure you put a piece of paper underneath it, and that flattens my paper right out. Okay, so when I went over that with the watercolors, it kind of softened those stamped images that I did. And that's what I was going for. I wanted those stamped, the bread and the the cup to just kind of really blend in the background. Now I'm coming in with the stickers, and I'm going to build my elements here. And it's going to say, do this in remembrance of me. Now, both of these stickers say in. The little one says, do this in, and then the big one says, in remembrance. So I'm using one of the little hearts to cover up the in remembrance, just the in. So I'm just trying to play around and place my hearts and see how I like it best. Just getting all of that placed. Now, when Jesus was sharing this meal with the disciples, he knew what he was about to face. This was Thursday night, and he knew what he was going to be facing on Friday, the crucifixion. And I can imagine how serious and somber this was for him. But yet he also knew that victory was at hand. It was, I'm sure, a very daunting task for him. I can't even imagine, because I am not the Son of God. I'm just human, so in my mind, I can't even fathom it. But for him to face this on our behalf, and here he is with the disciples, they just didn't get it. They just didn't get it. And he's also here with Judas, and he knows that Judas is going to betray him. And he's sharing this meal with them. Now on screen, real quick, I'm creating a little die cut. I'm going to cut out these stamped images, so I'm painting them, the little bread and the wine, because I want to bring those in. And so I'm going to cut those out. I'm going to dry those and set them aside and let those dry a little bit more before I cut them out. And then I'm just going to place some more stickers to spell out my body, my blood. What Jesus says here, he takes the cup, and after giving thanks, he says, take this and share it among yourselves. For I tell you, from now on I will not drink of the fruit of the vine until the kingdom of God comes. And he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, gave it to them, and said, this is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me. In the same way, he also took the cup after supper and said, this cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you. But look, the hand of the one betraying me is at the table with me. For the Son of Man will go away as it had been determined, but woe to the man whom he is betrayed. Oh, wow. That's powerful stuff. He knew, and he even called out the disciples, for one of them was going to betray him. But he's saying here, this is my body, this is my blood, this is the new covenant. I'm pouring out my blood for you. They didn't know what this meant. They didn't know. And I believe that this is why Jesus tells us, do this in remembrance of me. Remember to do this. My church does this once a quarter, once every 3 months. Some churches do it every week. And I just think, no matter what, it's something that we have to remember, because what Jesus has accomplished for us is so important to remember. It's easy to just go with the flow and go with the motions and just accept, because it's been done, that Jesus died on the cross for us. But if we truly remember what that means for us, and that has allowed us to be in the presence of God, to be part of that covenant relationship with Him, that's why He tells us to remember it. So it's something that I want to seek to remember every day. So I'm leaving some space here for some journaling. I'm going to do some pretty private journaling. So I'm leaving that, and I'll do that after the video. But this is powerful stuff, sisters and brothers. This is powerful stuff. Remember what He's done for us. Remember my body that is broken. Remember my blood that is poured out for you. So back on screen here, I am placing the little bread in the little cup using one of the labels, and I anchored them on that label, and then I anchored the label on some of the washi tape, and then I placed the alpha hex C's down right around that. I'm just getting these evenly spaced. I stamped the word my in front of body and blood. Then I outlined those elements. I'm going to come back in. I find that I want the white on these alpha stickers to show up a little bit better. So I'm going to come back in with my white gel pen and make those letters stand out a little bit more. Now I'm going to make a little paper clip out of the washi tape. So I'm just cutting a strip, and I take the paper clip and I stick it inside of the washi tape, and I fold the washi tape over. Now I'm going to double layer that just to give it a little bit of strength, and I'm making basically a flag clip. So I do that again, just fold it over so you can see how that works, and then trim some of that off. I'm placing one of the stickers on that says remember, the word Fetty sticker that says remember. And then I'm going to cut that at an angle so it makes that flag, kind of that tail. Then I stick that up at the top, give it a little bit of washi tape to anchor it. I tear that. I like to tear my washi tape so it's not just a chunk of washi, but it's kind of torn. That's just my preference. And then I put a little piece of washi over the paper clip to just hold it in place. Add a couple more little stickers here and there. I'm going to date stamp my page. And that's pretty much going to be it. I will have all the products linked in the description box below, so be sure to check those out. And be sure to leave any comments in the comments section or questions that you might have. I do have the Faith Art box linked in the description box, and if you haven't used the discount code yet, the 15% off discount code, be sure to use that and you can get 15% off. That is an affiliate link for me, so I appreciate you using that if you choose to. Thanks so much for joining me today. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if it inspired you, if you got any ideas, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Until next time, thanks so much, and bye-bye.